Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you. I know it's not January 1st at all, not even close, but Happy New Year to you. I know. It's, what's today? Is it like the second week of January now? I don't know. I don't know when my podcasts come out, guys, because I record them way ahead of time because I never know when I'm going to have time off of work now. So I just kind of, I record them when I can and I post them when I can. And I'm sorry. So I know it's not the new year. I understand. But for me, it's the new year. For me, it's New Year's Eve, actually. So happy New Year. 2022. Holy fuck. But does 2020 and 2021 even fucking count? Really? Because I don't know about you. Well, honestly, I didn't have a terrible okay, the world objectively has been fucked up since 2020. Let's just go with that. Our global community, we've had a rough couple years. So hopefully 2022 is the light at the end of the tunnel, yeah? We're gonna hope. We're gonna hope for that. Okay, cool. Welcome back to Be the Change, Stop Complaining, your bi-weekly dose of podcast. Sometimes it's health, sometimes it's crackhead clips. We don't know. We don't know what we're going to get. What are we going to get today? I don't know. Actually, I do. Let me say that so that it can transition into the intro, so that it can transition into the outro, so that we can start talking, yeah? So, on today's episode, we're going to talk about, and I know that you guys are like, dude, that was like 2 weeks ago, Allie, fucking get with the times. I know, but today we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions, okay? And, how they're really fucking stupid, but how you could still kind of do it and, I don't know, maybe actually see a positive change in your life. Okay, cue intro.
So, be the change. And if you don't want to be the change, you're not ready to be the change, then stop complaining.
Welcome back, post-intro. Okay, so, wait, let me adjust. It's going to sound loud. Okay. You want to know why it sounds loud? Oh, I'll tell you. Because I got a new mic. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, do you notice that I'm sitting in a room? I'm not sitting in a car? You want to know why? Because we finally moved into our house. That's why. And since we moved into the house, I also bought a new microphone because I was like, oh my God, I'm a whole ass adult. I own a house. What else is there to do now except for invest in a new microphone? Invest? I wouldn't even call it invest because this one is actually cheaper than my first microphone. Got it at Best Buy. $30. And guess what? It's better. How did that happen? I don't know. But it did. So yeah, I bought a house. It's really cool. Let's see. What can I tell you about the house before we start talking about New Year's? It's 2 bedrooms. It's 2 bathrooms. It's in the fucking hood. I'm not even gonna lie. It's in the hood. But it's totally okay that it's in the hood for 2 reasons. The first reason being I lived in New Orleans for like fucking 4 or 5 years, and that entire city might as well be the hood because there's crime going on all over the place, and I'm not afraid at all. Okay, and the second reason is that there's 3 reasons, sorry. But the second reason is that this location where I'm at it's like right outside of Atlanta. It still counts as Atlanta. It's inside the perimeter, but it's not in the city proper. Anyways, where it is like equidistant to each of the studios that I have to work at for my job. So it makes the travel time a lot shorter, which is fantastic because I'm so tired of sitting in fucking traffic. Do you know how many accidents there are in this fucking city? There's one time I was looking at the map to see how long it was going to take me to get home. There were 17 accidents. 17 on the same freeway. Fucking ridiculous. And the third reason is... this one is like 7 minutes away from one of the studios that just popped up. It's called Tyler Perry Studios. So I know that this entire neighborhood is going to gentrify in like the next 10 years. So I'm just going to sit on this property. And then when the hood fucking gentrifies and it's all, hipster Magazine Street-esque, Magazine Street's in New Orleans, I'll just sell it for like a huge profit. Or I'll just rent it out to other motherfuckers that work for the movie business. I don't know. But it's a smart investment. I know it. I'm confident. Don't worry about it. It's a great house. We're so happy. And it's very Allie. Everything is decorated. I painted the living room and the laundry room. And I'm happy. I'm very happy. And that's about 5 minutes of me talking about myself. So let's move on with the podcast episode. So New Year's resolutions. Let's start with why they're fucking stupid. Okay? They're fucking stupid because you have, and I'm not meaning you as in you, I'm talking about you, general population. You've decided that you're going to make this enormous change in your life as a new, just hit something. I know it was loud, my bad. You decided you're going to make this change in your life because it happens to be the 1st of January. Tell me why the 1st of January is any different than the 2nd of October or the 23rd of September or the 5th of April. Why is it any different? It's not any different. What is different about you on January 1st that you think that you're actually going to stick to some resolution that you made up off the top of your head because you were sitting having drinks with some fucking like associates or whatever, and the topic of New Year's resolutions came up, and you just, shot from the hip and said something that you were going to do for New Year's, right? You're not going to do it. You are totally not going to fucking do it, okay? And here's why. Because you're not ready. You're not ready to make any sort of fucking life change just because it's January 1st. Straight up. And when you are ready to make a change, the point in your life when you are actually ready to make a change typically follows a point of pain or trauma. Okay? My dad says this thing a lot. He says, pain is the touchstone of growth. We make the biggest life changes, behavior changes, situation changes, whatever you want to call it. We make the biggest changes following a really painful experience in our lives. For example, drug addicts. Here we go. When a drug addict overdoses, of course their plan is to get sober because they just went through this horrible experience. They overdosed, they almost died, their whole family's terrified for them. They're finally forced to look at their addiction and their problem in the face and be like, holy shit, I'm fucked up. And so then they're like, well, I definitely don't want to die, so I'm definitely going to get sober. I'm getting sober. There's no question about it. I'm going to get off all of the drugs. Yep, too easy. They say that every time. Of course they say that. You think somebody wakes up from an overdose and they're like, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing? No. No, of course they're going to get sober. But why do they almost never get sober? Because the amount of time that, that gap in time between pain point, trauma point, and present point, the bigger that gap gets, the more you forget what that pain felt like. And you forget how important that goal was to you. And then the more that you forget, the less, motivated you are to achieve that goal. It's kind of like, you can, apply that to a fitness goal as well, or a weight loss goal, or whatever. You'll hit a certain point where you're just so tired of looking like this and you want something to change and you're frustrated and you're going to go on a fucking diet and you're going to find a personal trainer and this and that and the other, right? And then you do that for a second and you get a trainer and you're all excited and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to make so many life changes. Wow. And then you get maybe a week or two into it and you're like, no. Pizza trumps fitness goals. I don't know. You guys forget about it. You always do. I know this because how many fucking clients have I had that have quit on me? Too many. It's sad. I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, though. Point being, okay, how about this? What's the date today? I think it's January 15th for you, or something like that. It's the second week of January, I think, for you. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure. It's the second week of January. Did you tell yourself you were going to go to the gym 5 days a week on January 1st? Did you tell yourself you were going to start going to the gym in the new year, in 2022? Was that your New Year's resolution? Do you still go to the gym? Do you still wake up at 5 o'clock every morning and go to the gym before work? Do you still go to the gym at 6:30 at night after you just sat in traffic trying to get home from work? Do you still go to the gym like you said you were going to do at the beginning of 2022? Did you do it? Are you doing it? Probably not. And if you are, you're probably getting real close to quitting. I hate those people. I hate those people that say that they're going to start going to the gym at the beginning of the new year, because when I try to go to the gym in January, I can't access any of the equipment because there's so many fucking people in the gym. The influx of humans in the gyms in January. I bet there's a statistic on this. I bet there's a thing for some company that's oh, we see our biggest increase in memberships in January. Probably. I bet. I'm sure. Positive. Because when I go to the gym, I'm like, God damn it, why are there so many fucking people in here? All of the squat racks are taken, all the bench presses are taken, all the machines are taken, there's no dumbbells. Where are the fucking free weights? I can't, where, get out of my way. And it kind of goes like that for all of January. But then by February, I'm not even tripping because all of you are gone. So that's how I know that you're probably not still in the gym. Even though you told yourself that's what you're going to do for 2022. Now, let's also talk about this. How many goals have you ever had in your life that were going to take you a year to accomplish? Do you need a whole year to accomplish the goals that you want to achieve? How long do you typically stick to a goal? Have you ever... Okay, wait, no, that sounds horrible. What I was going to say was, have you ever accomplished a goal? That's not what I meant. Have you ever said that you were going to do something and then stuck with it all the way to, like, I'm talking about for New Year's. I'm talking about, okay, wait, hold on, let me rephrase. Whoa, slow down. Wasabi. Have you ever, decided on a New Year's resolution and stuck with it all the way until the next New Year's, is what I'm trying to say. Which was so simple to say. Why did my mouth do that thing? I don't know. Have you ever done that? I haven't. You want to know why I haven't? Because I don't do New Year's resolutions. When I have a new goal that I want to accomplish, I do it that day. Except for this one goal. And I wasn't sure that if I was going to talk about it or not, but it's a good, I guess it's a good segue into the what should New Year's resolutions actually look like, kind of thing. It's not easy to talk about, and I typically make jokes around this subject all of the time because I'm uncomfortable with vulnerability. Hi, Allie Banks, nice to meet you. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try to say it like it is, and I'm going to try not to crack all of the jokes. Let me preface with, I'm in a really good place now, and I don't feel like this anymore, and I'm definitely not going to kill myself. Okay? Okay. So now we got that out of the way. Let me take you to 2018. Okay, so we know, right, 2018 got diagnosed with MS, right? We also know in 2018 the boyfriend went to Ranger School and was gone at the very beginning of the diagnosis and the life falling apart and the worst moment in my lifetime. Okay, right? So all alone dealing with this thing. Okay, that was 2018. And there was, so I don't, without, I guess, drawing out the story for too much time because we like our podcast to stay short and sweet. I was going through a really rough time. Okay. And there was one night I knew that I had to go see a neurologist the following day because I had to go get a second opinion as to whether or not it was MS or if it was some mimic disease or something like that. And so I was laying in my bed in my dorm room and I had a big Marine Corps flag on my wall because I was a very motivated individual. I was, all joking aside, absolutely in love with the Marine Corps. I couldn't wait to be in the Marine Corps. It was my entire world, and I was very excited to start that, part of my life, phase of my life, whatever. So I had this big flag on the wall, and I'm laying there in bed. I can't sleep because I'm freaking out because I'm like, oh my God, tomorrow, if that neurologist tells me I have MS, if I find out that I have MS, I'm getting kicked out of the Marine Corps. What the fuck does my life look like if I get kicked out of the Marine Corps? What happens? Nothing happens. I think that's the end. I think there's nothing else after that. If I get kicked out of the Marine Corps, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I had no plan. I told you I was majoring in some bullshit fucking degree. I wasn't, nah. What was I gonna do? Life was over. As far as I was concerned, life was over. If that neurologist was gonna tell me that I was out of the Marine Corps, right? And so that night, I'm thinking about all of that, and it crosses my mind, I dip my toes. In the considering suicide. Okay, look, there it is, right? So not super serious, but it was kind of like, that's an option. It's certainly an option if this happens tomorrow. And then it made me sad that I was thinking about that. It made me sad that I would ever consider that because I have never. And I was just super fucking depressed. I was very depressed, and I made a deal with myself that night. And the deal was, you got to get to 23 years old. If you can get to, I think I'm like 20 at this time. I think I just turned 20. I got diagnosed with MS, I think like right before my 20th birthday, something like that. Maybe like a week before my 20th birthday. So maybe I was 19 when I made this deal with myself, but kind of right there. And I said, you got to make it to 23. If you get to 23 and shit still sucks, if you get to 23 and your life is really over and there's nothing good and nothing got better after this point, then we can come back to that. Maybe that decision. Maybe we can come back to that. We'll circle back, okay? But let's get to 23 years old first. I don't know why I picked 23. I figured, I'd be out of college and like have been in a job for a second. Maybe, things would have been like, I don't know, you were kind of a little bit of an adult by 23. A little bit, not really, but like kind of. I don't know, so I picked 23. I was like, okay, get to 23, and then if shit still sucks, then you can be done. You can be done, and we don't gotta fucking be like this anymore. Okay? That's what happened. And then, I kind of went to sleep for the next year or so, drinking and partying and going to class sometimes, but mostly drinking and partying and depressed and cheating on my boyfriend. And I'm being really transparent in this episode in the, in the name of a new year. It's a new year. New year, new me. All right, anyways. So yeah, no, I was making a lot of fucking mistakes, right? And I wasn't really doing anything to make it better. I wasn't like, working towards a goal. Can you hear the washing machine in the background? I bet you can, because this is an awesome microphone. Anyways, I was not being my best self at first, right? I was dealing with some shit, okay? I'm giving myself a pass for it too, because it was a bad time. Anyways, though, I think I was maybe 21 or 22, and I'm living up in Washington State with my boyfriend, and I think we were already married, and I'm laying on the couch, and I'm by myself in this house, and I'm like full-blown housewife, and I don't have a job because COVID just took away my job, and I'm depressed as fuck. I'm doing dishes and laundry and making dinner and living the housewife life, which is so not me. I'm not a fucking housewife. I didn't want that life. This was not what my life was supposed to look like, and that's kind of hitting me as I'm sitting on this couch, and I'm just super fucking depressed. And so it occurs to me again that day, but like really a lot more serious that time, because I was looking at the last few years and the years to come, and I'm thinking there's no, like, this shit was supposed to get better, and it isn't, and it's not going to. This is hopeless. This is fucking hopeless, and I'm done. And so then I'm not even dipping my toes in the suicide water this time. I'm like fucking ready to jump in, and I'm really thinking about the hydrocodone pills in the cabinet, and from when I got my wisdom teeth taken out. And I'm thinking about how many I would have to take, and I'm thinking about the alcohol in the cabinet, and I'm wondering how much I'll have to drink, and I'm like, I probably won't slit my wrist because that sounds hard, and what if I fuck it up, and also I don't want to do, like, gross, no, and so I'm really fucking considering it. I'm trying to figure out how can I do this right now. It was a horrible, easily the worst day of my life, that day. And I instead just went and laid in the bed and cried and fell asleep at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and woke up at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and it was weird, whatever. And the next day my mom calls me and she's like, I got to go down to New Orleans to fix this house. Can you come help me? Absolutely, I can come help you. So I go to New Orleans with my mom, and I tell my mom, I don't want to be married. I don't know what I need, but it's not this. I don't know what I'm going to do, but it can't be that. I can't, and like, I didn't tell my mom any of this, but if I'm going to make it to 23, I can't stay there, and I can't keep doing what I'm doing, because I can't do it. I won't do it. And so that's when I made the decision to get a divorce. Okay, so I did that, right? Got the divorce, moved back home to Georgia, and here we are, guys. Here we are. I moved to Georgia in March of 2021. Where are we? January of 2022. That's not even a whole year, And my life has never been better. And I happen to be 23 years old. And this is funny because the day that I turned 23 was also the day that I went under contract with the house. And that was significant. And then when I signed all the closing papers for the house a few weeks ago, that was also significant because I'm just thinking about life changes are hard to make, especially ones that involve another person. Leaving my ex was extremely difficult because he didn't do anything wrong. That was all me. And it hurts to hurt someone. And it's scary. Making life changes are terrifying because you don't know what's next. You don't know what's going to come. Right? But at the same time, when you don't have a plan, you have all of the opportunities in front of you. And so, with that really long story, the moral that I'm trying to come to is that for New Year's resolutions, don't make a resolution that is definite and finite and specific. Not for a New Year's resolution. For a SMART goal, for a little fucking fitness SMART goal, like what we talked about in the first episode, yeah, you want a definite, finite, articulated goal. But for something like a New Year's resolution where you're going into a new year and you want to see, something different in your life, something positive, a positive change in your life, don't make a plan. Don't plan that shit out. You just, think of it as a theme. And I'm not telling you that you have to do this. I'm not telling you this is the right way, but this is how I feel about New Year's resolutions. I think themes for years will result in a lot more positive progress or positive changes. Because you're not confining yourself to a specific goal by a specific time. You don't got to do that. For 2022, my theme will be, right? And then you pick your theme. Maybe it's patience. My theme is patience. Okay? Maybe you're a super impatient person and you bite your kids' heads off as soon as they start being all because kids are fucking stupid. Maybe you're the type of parent that just doesn't have patience with their children, right? Okay? And you don't want to be like that. So the theme of 2022 is patience. And then you just practice patience wherever you go, whenever you think about it for the year. And you just do that over the course of a year. And then you get to 2023 and you're like, am I a more patient person? And maybe you are. It's just a theme, a behavior to be conscious of throughout the year. It doesn't have to be practiced every day. It doesn't have to be practiced all the time. You don't got to think about it all the time. You don't got to do it. It doesn't have to. It's a loose vibe. It's a vibe for a year. Choose your vibe for the year. And then just kind of go with that. And if you wanted to you translate that to a fitness goal or something like that, you could do something over the course of years. I want to lose 20 pounds. You want to lose 20 pounds? Okay, do the prep work for that first. Okay? If you want to lose 20 pounds, do the prep work first. So your first year, before you're going to lose 20 pounds, let's do some prep work. Start paying attention to what you're eating. I'm not saying change what you're eating. I'm saying pay attention to it. Notice what you eat. Okay? You don't have to go on walks, but you could, you could start taking the stairs at work, or just choosing the slightly healthier option. Park your car on the curb instead of in the driveway. Just do little things. Just little things to get your body moving a little bit more, right? Drink more water. Invest in a water bottle that says the ounces of water, the fluid ounces of water that are in the bottle, and carry that with you to work and stuff. Don't even drink it. Just carry it. Just start developing the habits. You don't have to make serious life changes immediately. You're not going to. If you try to do too much too quick, you're going to fall off immediately. So don't do that to yourself. Go with themes instead. And even for fitness, go with the theme of fitness. I'm going to be generally healthier this year. And then just do little things sometimes. Whenever you think of it, whenever you notice it, just be oh, hey, Okay, so I could get the fucking BLT on white bread, or I could get the BLT on whole grain bread. Well, I did say I wanted to try to start being healthier this year. I guess I'll get the whole grain bread. Look at, you just made a positive change. Look at that. Crazy. Small, teeny tiny small changes in behavior over time equals results. The thing that sets successful people apart from not successful, unsuccessful people is the small, teeny, tiny changes in behavior that you practice every day that are so easy to do, but also so easy to not do. Like making your bed. If you made your bed every single day, it's so easy to make your bed, but it's also so easy to not make your bed. So the type of person that will make their bed anyways, that will make their bed every single day because it's easy to do, but it's just as easy to not do it. The person that does it is the one that's going to succeed. It's the small changes in behavior over time that accumulate exponentially equals growth, equals success, equals change. Small steps, small changes in behavior. Themes for years. Like, we don't have a lot of time on the floating rock, but we have kind of a little bit of a lot of time on the floating rock, okay? You have time. What's that song? Vienna waits for you. Vienna waits for you, okay? So you don't got to rush through all of these things that you want to accomplish in your life. It will all come. You have plenty of time. Assuming you don't die accidentally, suddenly, fatally, nothing like that. Well, fatally, I mean, every death is fatal, isn't it? Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. You have plenty of time to accomplish all the things that you want to accomplish. So take it slow, dude. And do it right. And do it thoughtfully. So fuck New Year's resolutions. Don't just shoot off the hip and be like, oh, this year I'm gonna fucking blah, 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 blah. Something that I don't know. What are you gonna do that you're not gonna do? You're gonna go to the gym. Like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym 5 days a week at 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're just saying that because it's fucking January 1st. It's bullshit, dude. So don't do that. And don't set yourself up for failure because you know you're not going to do it. You already know. So let's pick themes. Let's pick intentions for the year. And for the record, I think that everybody's intention for the year 2022 should be, I'm going to mind my own business and be a nice human. That's what I think. I think the theme is kindness. Can everybody's theme for 2022 just be kindness? That would be great. That would be fantastic. So anyways, did you hear that? You want to know why it's loud? Because I got a new microphone. Alright, I'm going to stop. I think I've said enough. This is a really long episode. There's a link. It's linktr.ee/BTC fit. You can hit me up on the link if you want to. Yeah, okay, that's it. Happy New Year. I know it's not, but Happy New Year. And let's all be kind this year. And I love you very much. And I will see you in a couple weeks.